Hi, it's Addie Kelzer with Urban Fitness Twin Cities, and today Keita is here with me because she's going to be walking me through a really nice, gentle exercise that is focused on core and also balance. So this exercise has been chosen for me because I'm in my second trimester of pregnancy, and it is absolutely a safe exercise to be doing, and it's also just a nice, gentle exercise for those days when you just really don't feel like doing a whole lot of activity, but you know you need to move. And this also is a great exercise for a lot of different people. We use it with many of our clients. So Keita, go ahead and show me what I'm going to do today.
Okay, so this exercise has a couple different names. Some people call it bird dog, and some people, including me, call it opposite arm and leg reach. So whatever you call it, you're going to start on your hands and knees. Yep, and you want those hands directly underneath your shoulders, knees directly underneath your hips, and try and turn your elbows towards each other so that you make sure that the inside of your elbows are facing in, which is going to help keep you from hyperextending if you're hyperextended, or if you're pregnant and your joints are looser than you are used to. Okay, so from here there's a couple different variations. We're going to start with a progression into the opposite arm and leg reach, and then we'll show you the full thing. So what you're going to do is you're going to start just by doing one arm. Yep, and then bringing that back in. And then the other arm. The most important thing is that nothing in her spine changes. She should be able to balance a whole tea tray service here without anything spilling, shaking, rattling, fine china kind of big tea tray. Good, and then we're going to go into one leg. So most important thing is that these hips stay nice and level. So before you move again, what we're going to do is you want to think, instead of lifting your leg, which is automatically going to make you want to use your upper glute, your hip, and your low back, is you're going to think about sliding that leg out along the ground, and then you're going to lift using your hamstring and your low glutes so that everything stays nice and level. And your leg may not go up very high, and that's fine. Sometimes if you have a broom at home, you can place a broom over the back of your hips and make sure it doesn't wiggle or fall off. Or a broom handle. If you just have the handle, it's easier to balance. Good. But you do want to alternate sides each time. That's part of the fun of this exercise. Yep. And then the next step we would do would be to go into the full opposite arm and leg reach. So if you can do that, and that seems pretty stable and easy, then what you would do is you'd, again, I like to cheat just a little bit and start by moving my leg just out a little bit before I start to lift the opposite arm. Opposite is the key. If you lift the same, it's going to make you tilt into weird positions. And we want this whole back to stay nice and straight. Lift your sternum up for me a little bit and flatten out those shoulder blades. Very nice. Yes. Good. The other thing you want to make sure is that when you shift your hips, you don't want to shift so far over that this hip is being forced to lift. You want to keep nice and level on those hips so that everything's staying nice and square. Yes, really nice. And her back has been straight this whole time, so I haven't really commented on it, but you don't want it to either round up towards the ceiling or collapse towards the floor. You want it really, that tea tray should be able to balance on your spine because you're so stable and straight in your back. Good. Any questions, I
don't think so.
Okay. Keeping that core a little bit engaged is always a bit of a challenge for pregnant women, but if you can keep that as engaged as you're able to with your lovely baby there, then that's going to help really stabilize you. So just keep that in mind as well. Okay. Thanks so much. Let us know if you have any questions.